Okay, so this is part two. The only bad part about being live and real, and that's what I was getting to in part one, is that the people who have a polished traditional media CNN package are somewhat respected, and they get 50,000 views on their video, and they have a following because people reference that CNN package to professionalism. But I'm real. I'm me. I'm not phony. It's a raw video. It's a raw video on purpose. There's no sensationalism. There's no hype. There's no CNN packaging. And that's done on purpose. Because what I've always tried to do is have a real conversation with another individual, but through video. That's how I walk to the beat of my own drum. I'm not doing what everyone else is doing. I just present some strong conversations and I hope to get some strong interaction. That doesn't happen. I get like 2 views on my video and fucking nobody really pays attention. But what I'm saying is I don't do what everyone else does. And I don't come at you with that I'm just trying to make money off of you. And I damn sure don't come at you with this whole CNN packaging with the hype and the hoopla and all that bullshit that's in everybody else's video. I realize that that's what people want, that's what people are used to, and that's what they respond to. But I don't respect the people who package and do all of that shit, because it's not about that. It's about having a conversation with someone through video and helping someone in a positive way, and hopefully expanding somebody beyond the limitations that they're in. You lying and scheming and trying to make money off of them has nothing to do with helping them. All you're trying to do is help yourself. And most times you're doing negative things to lead people down a road that just puts money in your pocket. So I don't respect none of you other YouTube marketers that do all that sensationalism through sales and psychology just to get your pockets lined. That's bullshit. That's negative, and that's not adding anything. Now, in terms of the very few people who do a lot of research, the people who actually package themselves as a CNN anchor and then present that through YouTube, you guys get 50,000 views because people respect that. And I got nothing that I can say about it other than keep doing you. But I try to get at you guys from a one-on-one perspective. Like I said, a real human being talking to another human being just through video. And then I try to present you guys with cryptocurrency from the raw. And what I mean by that is I'm saying that I just give you a different perspective based on the fact that we are all investors in this space. And the idea is to position yourself. But again, my difference is I'm not telling you to position yourself based on hype or based on becoming. I think a lot of people get caught up in the price factor and they let money and price dictate their interaction, and that becomes their reason for participation. And it really shouldn't be about that. It should be about long-term positioning, and it should be about creating some sort of legacy and generational wealth. So I don't really care about short-term rise and fall, excuse me, or the daily fluctuations that's involved in the current market conditions or price volatility. But I see a lot of other people really get sort of hog-tied, really caught up in the volatility of price, and let that dictate their actions in terms of what they participate in and what they don't participate in. So all I'm trying to tell you is that that shouldn't be your reason or your focus within cryptocurrency. When I look at use case behind a coin, I'm looking at long-term adaptation, and I'm looking at what value that use case is for changing someone's life or making someone's life easier. Because if you think about a project from a development standpoint, you have to have value and you have to provide some sort of service that multiple sectors within the economy can pick up on and use. So that's what I look at when I look at a project. Whether or not it fits those criteria and those key points is my determination factor on whether I participate in it. You know, when I look at use case, when I look at adaptation, when I look at development, when I look at the team structure, that's more important than price. That's more important than the current volatility. You know, so many people, even in Bitcoin, get caught up in price volatility. Oh my God, it's here. Oh my God, it's there. When, if you think about the concept as a whole, long term, limited supply, more demand means position yourself now so that when demand increases and coin issuance gets smaller, you can benefit from it. That makes more financial sense. So you have to transition your mind and get into what makes long-term sense, not these short-term wow moments about price volatility. But again, this is just my personal perspective that I'm sharing with you. Same way we would sit in a coffee shop and have a conversation without CNN and without the hype and without the packaging. You know what I'm saying? If I ever do anything like that, I probably do an introduction, right? And then go into the raw video. And if anything else, do a closing. So the packaging will be in the beginning and in the end, and my packaging will just be a simple music introduction or video introduction, but then I go right into the raw video, because having a conversation with someone is what people don't do anymore. If we could sit at a coffee shop and have a Bitcoin meetup, then that is more impressive to me than all of this fake, phony packaging, salesman bullshit that everybody else does on YouTube. So my suggestion is put yourself in a Bitcoin meetup. Put yourself in a cryptocurrency advocate group like the one that I run on Facebook that has about 11,000 users. Get yourself in a community where people care about projects, think long term, and then position yourself long term so that your future is better because of the decisions that you made today. Get to the point where you have 100 Bitcoin in cold storage and let that be the new 21st century 401k. Then pick some altcoins that have potential and have a history of appreciation or appreciating in value, and mine those coins. That's what I'm doing for myself. So I'm mining coins that are appreciating in value, and I'm doing that in the background, and then I'm working to save 100 Bitcoin in cold storage before anybody even wakes up and realizes what a Bitcoin is. So whether or not you do the same thing has no effect on me. I'm just telling you what I'm doing for myself. And that's a way to be a cryptocurrency advocate and actually position yourself long term for a stronger future. Mining and then cold storage savings. It's real simple, easy process. Doesn't take a lot out of you, doesn't take a lot of thought process. It's really what could be considered the passive approach to long-term positioning, but yet still participating actively in the cryptocurrency space.